Question I get all the time is how do you wash your braided dreadlock extensions? And I'm gonna show you how. The things you're gonna need is your shampoo bar inside of a shampoo bag to make sure that you can lather it up really well without scrubbing your head too much. Also, a lot of women like to use a head massager. There's multiple different versions of these. This is a wood one, there's silicone ones, there's lots of different options. We're using this one today because it's really pretty. I'm gonna start off by thoroughly wetting my hair down. They are gonna be a lot heavier, but they do dry pretty fast. Just gonna wet it down just like you would your hair, moving it around so I can get my scalp. That's the biggest thing we wanna make sure that we're cleansing really well is your scalp. Just get oils off, the dry skin, all those things. Okay, next we're gonna take our shampoo bar inside of our bag. This is created to be super moisturizing, super cleansing. Lots of butters and stuff in it to make sure that your scalp is really well moisturized. And the bag is gonna help so you're not having a ton of frizziness happening when you're washing your dreads. I do have a brand new set of dreads in right now, so they're gonna get more frizzy than they will over time. But this is really helpful. So you're gonna keep it inside the shampoo bag, get it wet, lather it up really well. And we're gonna start with your scalp. So I like to start by parting it kind of down the center and then doing little circles all the way down until I get to the back. Then I'm gonna part kind of off to the side and do the same thing going down. So I'm distributing it all over my scalp. This is gonna make sure that your natural hair is well cleansed, your scalp is well cleansed, moisturized. A lot of times I'll go through it a second time, lather it up again. And then I'll just go over the scalp, moving it around. The shampoo bag is double layered so that you know that you are not scrubbing your scalp too much. The layers actually rub against each other, so it's not that much frizzing happening on your hair itself. I like to give it the base of my neck really well. Then we're gonna actually go down your dreads. I'm gonna lather up again, and I'm gonna start by flipping my head upside down. And you're gonna use what I like to call a praying hands motion. You hear this a lot in the curly hair communities, where you're going to put your hand on one side of your hair and then the shampoo bar on the other side. So I'm gonna do it at both directions. So I'm gonna start off here, and I'm literally just gonna pull it downward to distribute it. And then I'm gonna go on the inside and do the same thing. You can do all of one side and then do the like inside and then outside, or you can just swap back and forth. I'm gonna swap back and forth here, giving it little circles. Going downward. Okay, now I've got my hair fully covered. I'm gonna put my shampoo bar away. And then I'm gonna grab my scalp massager. Kind of scrub my head a little bit and get those dead skin cells that naturally fall off, all those things. You can also do this with your nails if you want to, so you can just grab and give it a little massage. Different massagers work well for this as well. There's some really great silicone ones that really feel nice on the scalp. That's one reason I think a lot of people like to do it, is because it feels so good. But you're simply going to take your massager, whatever kind you have, put it on your scalp, and then just do little circles like this, and then lift up, choose a new location, lift up again. And I will go through my whole entire scalp, just doing these little bitty circles. This is also really great to do if you have a brand new dreadlock install and you feel like they're a little bit too tight and they're uncomfortable. Hopping in the shower, even just getting your head wet and then using the massager will loosen them up just a little bit. Alright, I did most of my scalp with that, and I'm going to go through and I'm just going to do my own little circles with my nails. I have long nails, so that makes it really simple. So now you're just going to rinse your dreads. I like to actually part it like I did when I put the shampoo on, just so I feel the water run along my scalp. So I'm going to do it on the side, massage that water around. A good thing about that shampoo bar is that it's not crazy lathering, so you're not going to have suddiness left on your scalp. And then I'm going to take it upside down afterwards in this part, and I'm going to rinse it that direction too, so I'm getting the back of my head, my neck, all of that. Your dreads are going to be really heavy at this point, but don't worry, they dry really quickly. Okay, so now I've washed all of my hair. I like to separate them in the shower as well. So I normally only do this when my dreads are newer. Once they've matured a lot, they're going to stay separate, but right now they're going to be frizzy and they're going to be very stuck together. These dreads have been in only, 4 days, and so this is the hardest point. They get easier and easier as time goes on and as they dread up. So this is where we're going to separate. I'm going to squeeze them out first, And I would normally actually grab them and give them a good shake so that I can shake a bunch of the water out. Next, I'm gonna separate my dreads. So I'm literally just gonna go through one by one, running my hand down it. And I have shorties on here in the front, so that's a little bit faster, but these longer ones definitely get a lot more tangled, as you can see there. But that's gonna help them not to be as stuck together. Continue to separate your entire head of dreadlocks until you get through all of it so that they aren't sticking together, just by sliding your hand down it, just like I'm doing right here. And that will help them to be a lot easier once you get out of the shower. I've made it through all of my dreads. You will lose a little bit of hairs coming out of your dreads, especially at first. As I dread up over time, you'll get to where that's not even happening anymore. But I've separated them. Now you can see they fall separately a lot better. The next thing I love to do, which is not completely necessary at this moment, but I love to, is put cooling veil on. So our cooling veil is cooling, has a really cool effect. It's great for itching. Also has a light moisturizing effect. So it's not gonna be something that's builds up a lot, but it's gonna have moisture on there. When you put it on after you've showered though, those pores on your scalp are opened up because they've been in the heat. So putting this on your body just sucks it in and it feels so refreshing. So I like to give it a shake really well and then go through and spray my scalp. It's almost like it kind of holds the moisture in as well. Because obviously water doesn't moisturize our skin. If it did, taking a shower would do the job, but it doesn't. So we've already used the moisturizing shampoo bar, which is helpful for getting the moisture on the scalp. And now we're using this, and it's just gonna feel absolutely magical. While my pores are still open and fresh from the shower, I like to put facial serum on, so I'm gonna give it a quick shake. 2 to 3 pumps is what I like to do. I like to lather my skin a lot in it because it's magical. So 2 to 3 pumps, rub it around, and I put it on my entire face and my neck. Massaging it in, I'll go around my eyes to start, and then I'll put it on my eyes after I've gotten some of it off from my hands, so it's a lighter layer. This is great if you have blemishes and breakouts, but it also has stuff in there. Some really great natural plant ingredients that are beautiful for anti-aging. We have some great reviews where women show the changes happening in their skin in just a few weeks. It's magical. So we have a really special proprietary blend of natural ingredients. It's all made from plant things, it's all vegan. We don't test on animals, any of those things, although I will use it on my animals because I trust it that much. But it has great things like jojoba oil, which is the closest plant oil to our natural skin's oil. Absolutely stunning for the skin. It has great things like vanilla in it. It has chamomile, which you'll smell a lot of in there, and some really beautiful other great things. Next step in this hair washing routine is actually blow dry your dreads. You don't have to do this, but you can. You can tool it, let them air dry. I like to blow dry just because it's what's most comfortable to me. A lot of the water will just drip down to the ends of the hair. It is synthetic, so it's not going to actually absorb the water. It just sits on top of it. So I just don't like to have it dripping throughout the day, but lots of women like to let them air dry. You might feel a little bit of panic when I said I was gonna blow dry my dreads because a lot of other companies will talk about how you shouldn't use heat on your dreadlocks. But our dreadlocks are made from a high heat resistant synthetic material. That's literally what it's called. And so you can blow dry your dreads on high heat if you want to. We don't recommend scalding hot water, so never detox your dreads by boiling them, but you can definitely use a blow dryer. My dreads are almost completely dry now. You don't have to completely blow dry them in order to do this next step, but I'm gonna put crown nectar on them. This is gonna help significantly with the separation process, helping them not get so tangled together. Women that have tried wearing their wavy dreads and not using crown nectar say that it makes a world of a difference. It's 1,000 times better once you use crown nectar. So I'm simply going to give it a shake, like with all of our products, because we do not use any additives to combine ingredients, so they're very raw and natural. I'm going to put a few pumps in the palm of my hand, and then I'm just going to literally go through and separate just like I did in the shower. So I'm going to run my hands down each dread, and this is going to help all of the hairs and fibers stick together as individual dreads instead of having them all begin to stick to one another and turn into one big giant dread. So it's just simply going through, separating down all of your hair just like this. After several hairs, I'm going to put 2 more pumps in the palm of my hand and continue the process all the way down. It will help hairs like these begin to dread together so much better. So continue through your entire head, and then you're good to go for the day.